Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Mainit at makabuluhang talakayan tungkol sa sports, kumpleto yan dito sa Power and Play. Mula sa mga paborito at naglalakihang atleta hanggang sa mga natatanging Pinoy sports figures na dapat nyong makilala. Ihahatid yan dito sa Power and Play.
I dare to dream big.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulot, sumbe, sibay, lakay, amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino. Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy.
From euphoria to shock, the roller coaster ride in sports. Pag-usapan po natin yan ngayong umaga. Di paano, bango na! Power and Play na! Power and Play with Noli Iyala. Isa pong magandang umaga sa inyo lahat, mga kapatid. Nagmumula po sa TV5 Media Center sa aming pong 1PH Studios. Ito po ang Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, there's more to our cars. Chooks to go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. True religion where passion meets power. And smart, live more today. Magandang umaga po sa lahat ng ating mga suki sa buong Pilipinas. Lahat po na nakatutok sa Radyo 5, 92.3 True FM, sa 1PH on Signal TV, and of course sa Facebook Live. Naku, ang dami talaga hong nanonood sa atin. Nung isang araw, nakabangga ako si Tito Sen, si Senator Tito Soto, dyan sa baba. Sabi niya, "Uy, ako nakatutok ako sa iyo tuwing Sabado, nanonood ako sa iyo." Kaya marami pong salamat Senator Tito Soto. Mamaya, itbulaga mga kapatid. Huwag kayong makakalimot. And of course, lahat po ng mga nakasama natin nung isang linggo na mga suki po, mga tiga Joyride, mga riders. Naku, maraming salamat po. I'm sure ang pinag-uusapan po natin ngayon na talaga namang nakagulat sa ating lahat ay yung balita tungkol kay Justin Brownlee na lumabas kahapon Friday the 13th. Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Yung Friday the 13th, malas no? Ewan ko ba kung bakit nung lumabas yung balita po tungkol kay Justin Brownlee na sumablay po doon sa kanyang drug testing sa Asian Games. Talaga pong wala pa ngang barely 1 week pa mula nung tayo po ay nanalo ng ating gintong medalya, lumabas na itong ganitong klasing balita. Nakakalungkot, nakakagulat, lalong-lalo na dahil mahal na mahal natin si Justin Brownlee. Yan, lagyan natin sa premise yan Hindi po natin sisiraan at hindi po natin yuyurakan ang reputasyon at imahe ni Justin Brownlee. meron pong mga nangyayaring ganyan sa mga atleta. Hindi po ito patungkol sa kung mabuti o masama ang isang tao. Ito lang po ay nangyayari talaga. At sabi nga nila, may mga rason daw. Ayaw po nating pag-usapan yan dahil kung ano man po ang rason ni Justin Brownlee ay sa kanya na lamang. Pero ito lang po ang facts. Siya po ay tinest ng International Testing Agency. Lumabas po na siya po ay nag-positive sa tinatawag na carboxy-THC. Ito po ay isang uri ng prohibited substance na kasama sa prohibited list ng World Anti-Doping Agency. Yan po ang facts. Hindi po to basta inilagay dyan. Talaga pong bawal yan under the WADA o yung World Anti-Doping Agency. At dahil po dyan, nagkaroon po ng investigasyon. At ngayon po yan ay patuloy na makakaangat hanggang dun sa Court of Arbitration for Sports. Maaaring umapila si Justin Brownlee at maaaring magkaroon pa ng panibago pang investigasyon tungkol dito. May mga iba pong jurisdiksyon na bawal or hindi na po bawal ang tinatawag na cannabis o marijuana in local parlance. Yan po ay marijuana. Lalong-lalo na pag ginagamit daw po as for medicinal purposes. Pero isa lang po ang aking gustong tukuyin. Wala ho tayong pakialam doon sa ibang jurisdiksyon. Ang mahalaga po dito kung ano po yung mga patakaran doon sa Asian Games. At dahil sila ay sumusunod doon sa prohibited list ng WADA, kaya po ito nangyari. So, atin pong tututukan yan at mamaya po atin pong aalamin kung ano po ang latest development at ano ba talaga ang basihan nito. Kagabi ho, nakausap ko si Dr. Alex Pineda, ang Pangulo o Head ng Philippine Anti-Doping Organization o FINADO. Marami po siyang nasabi sa akin tungkol po dun sa kaso ni Justin Brownlee. We were hoping to get him today. Subalit nag-text siya sa akin just now na baka mahirapan siya dahil meron daw siyang isang emergency case patungo sa isang elderly person. Sana po kahit papaano makuha natin siya sa phone patch. Nonetheless, atin po makakapanaya mamaya live si Ginoong Bumble Tolentino, ang Pangulo ng Philippine Olympic Committee, to get the latest on the situation ni Justin Brownlee po tungkol dun sa kanyang doping issue. Abangan nyo po yan. Again, tayo po'y nalulungkot dito sa balitang ito, pero tayo po'y umaasa na patuloy na lalabas ang katotohanan at atin pong tatanggapin. Marami po nagtatanong tungkol sa gintong medalya ng Pilipinas, lalong-lalo na yung sa gilas. Again, ako po, naniniwala ako at marami na naman nagsabi at sa base sa aking karanasan, hindi po mawawala yung gintong medalya. Isa lang naman po ang aking gustong tukuyin dito. Okay na ho, talaga naman magaling tayo at magaling si Justin Brownlee. Pero meron nung nangyaring ganyan, meron nung pangyayaring ganyan, yan po ang ating tutukan ng pansin. Hindi po yung gintong medalya dahil yan po ay karapat-dapat para sa Pilipinas. Pero meron din ho tayong kailangang ayusin na mga proseso. Hindi po patungkol to sa katauhan ng isang tao, pero sa proseso, lalong-lalo na ng ating mga atleta, paglalaban na po sa international competitions. Mamaya po pag-uusapan natin yan. Meron pa po tayong mga bisita mamaya na napakagaganda. Mailap na mailap pero makakausap po natin mamaya ang PBA top pick this year. Si Stephen Holt. Naku bihirang magpa-interview to. Kaya po tayo maswerte. Mamaya kikilalanin pa natin ang mas mabuti ang top dog ng mga rookies ngayong taong pong ito, na ngayong season na to, Stephen Holt, live in the show. At mamaya din po live ang mga reyna ng Asian Games pagdating sa Jiu-Jitsu. Nagbigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa si Meggy Ochoa, si Annie Ramirez at Kyla Napolis sa In the Spotlight. Kaya marami po tayong pag-uusapan. Huwag po kayong aalis. Kunin nyo na ang inyong mainit na kape at almusal at sumabay na po kayo sa amin dito sa ating palatuntunan. Unahin na natin of course ang ating sports weekly highlights.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
Nagulantang ang buong bansa sa pasabog ngayong linggo na bumagsak daw sa doping test ng Asian Games si Justin Brownlee. Positive umano si JB sa tinatawag na carboxy-THC na kasama sa mga banned substance. Pwede bang umapila ang bansa sa desisyon na yan? Mamaya alamin natin ang posibleng dahilan ng pagpositibo ni Brownlee at gagawing hakbang ng mga otoridad kasama ng ating mga bisita. Isa pang malungkot na balita, out sa PBA Commissioner's Cup si RR Pogoy. Naku naman, dahil sa isang rare heart disease. Na-diagnose si Pogoy na may myocarditis o pamamaga ng heart muscles. Naku po, medyo hindi magandang balita to. Ayon sa mga report, hanggang 6 na buwang hindi makakalaro ang TNT guard. Sana nga ay gumaling ang ating player. Speedy recovery kay RR Pogoy. Good news naman tayo ha. Nagsimula na raw mag-practice yan si L.A. Tenorio. Kinumpirma yan ni Barangay Ginebra Assistant Coach Richard Del Rosario. Kamakailan lang ay nakumpirmang magaling na sa colon cancer si LA. Hinihintay ngayon ng mga fans ang comeback ng General sa PBA. Sa UAAP, sinuspinde ng liga ang 3 referee dahil sa umano'y subpar officiating ng mga ito. 3 linggong suspensyon ang ipinataw sa mga referee na bagsak ang grado base sa referee game report card. Maganda yan na ipinapatupad ngayon sa UAAP. Ayon kay Commissioner Javi Nunag, tuloy-tuloy nilang babantayan ang mga referee para mas maging maganda ang kanilang mga tawag at performance sa Season 86. Very good style yan at sana magpatuloy ganyan ang UAAP sa ganyan. Para naman sa mga matagal nang nag-aabang na bumalik ang hampasan, tapos na po ang inyong paghihintay. Ang aarangkada na muli ang Premier Volleyball League o PVL sa hardcourt bukas. Triple header games agad ang aabangan sa pagsisimula ng liga. Tapat ang sister teams ng Choco Mucho Flying Titans at Creamline Cool Smashers. Ang bagong team na NX-led Chameleons kontra Jerfloor Defenders naman ang susunod at PLDT Home Fiber High Speed Hitters versus Signal HD Spikers. Maganda yan ha. Simula na po ang PVL bukas. At yan po ang buod ng mga balita this week sa ating pong Sports Weekly Highlights. Naku ang dami nang nangyayari. Of course, malapit na magsimula ang NBA ha. Nagsisimula na po ang mga preseason games. October 24, 25 sa Pilipinas ang simula ng NBA. So ilang linggo na lang yan, ilang araw na lang yan ha. Mga 12 araw na lang po ang inyong hihintayin. And then of course PBA November 5 at painit na po ang laban sa UAAP. Kasama na rin ang pagsisimula ng PVL. Busog na naman tayo sa mga balitang sports. Pero syempre, atin pa rin pong pinagbubunyi ang ating mga Asian Games gold medalists at tayo po ay of course patuloy na magbabalita tungkol sa kanilang mga achievements. Pero syempre ang ating pong pupulsuhan ngayong araw pong ito ay ang patuloy pong pinag-uusapan ng buong bansa, yung pong doping issue ni Justin Brownlee. Kagaya na nabanggit ko, wala pong epekto ito sa gintong medalya ng Pilipinas. Pero ang tanong, ito po ang ating gustong pulsuhan sa ating pong Pulso ng Bayan. Hatid sa inyo ng M2 Tea Drinks with malunggay, okra and luya. Drink your gulay and fuel up your energy with M2 Tea Drinks. Ano po ang epekto para sa inyo ng doping issue laban kay Justin Brownlee sa nagawa niya sa Asian Games? Meron ba itong epekto sa kanyang nagawang pagbigay ng gold medal sa atin? Ngayon pong siya ay naging positive sa isang banned substance. Magbigay po kayo ng inyong kuro-kuro sa aming pong Facebook page ng Power and Play o di kaya sa aking pong Twitter account at Noli Iyala. At aming pong babasahin ito mamaya. Pipili kami ng ilan para po makakuha ng M2 Tea Drinks with malunggay, okra and luya. Hatid sa inyo ng Nature Earth. Alright mga kapatid mamaya po yan. And of course, hindi po nagtatapos ang aming pamimigay ng mga premyo dito sa Power and Play. Patuloy po ang Joyride Top Up Promo dito po sa Power and Play. Napakadali lamang para manalo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App. I-download lamang ang latest mga kapatid version ng Joyride Super App. Kuhanan ng screenshot ang app's home screen at kasama po ng inyong pangalan. Ipadala ang screenshot sa Power and Play Facebook page via PM at isama nyo po ang inyong buong pangalan at registered mobile number at kami po ipipili ng 5 mananalo ng 1,000 pesos JRPay wallet credits na magagamit nyo sa MC Taxi, yung pong motorcycle taxi, Joyride Car, yung pong aming TNVS service, 4-wheel service, yung pong Joyride Taxi Cab. Pwede na po kayo ngayon mag-book ng taxi sa pamamagitan ng Joyride Super App at of course yung pong Joyride Delivery at pabili. Very soon, maglo-launch kami ng bagong produkto. Abangan nyo po yan sa Joyride Super App. At hindi pa nagtatapos dyan ang ating pamimigay. Meron pa tayong ibibigay na ganito. Joyride Top Limited Edition Aqua Flask. Napakadali po na sumali dito. Pagkatapos nyo pong ma-download, mag-book po kayo ng MC Taxi or Joyride Car at kumuha po kayo ng litrato, creative picture kasama ng inyong rider o driver. At ipadala nyo po yung litratong yan kasama ng hashtag namin na ilalabas namin mamaya. Ipadala nyo po yan via PM sa Power and Play Facebook page at kayo po ay may chance ang manalo ng limited edition Joyride Aqua Flask. At ito po yung ating hashtag of the week. Hashtag kasundo. Simpleng-simple mga kapatid. Hashtag kasundo. Idikit nyo yan doon sa inyong creative picture and you will have a chance to win our limited edition Joyride Aqua Flask. Alright, we are ready to roll sa napaka punong-puno at hitik na programa ngayong Sabado ng umaga. Simulan na po natin sa ating Fast Take.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
At ang Fast Take ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo, There's More to Our Cars. And today we are very happy, of course, to have with us mga balik Fast Takers. Medyo matagal-tagal ko nang hindi nakakausap ito. Si Homer Saison ng Spin.ph at si Naveen Ganglani ng Rappler. Magandang umaga, Homer and Naveen. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hello. Thanks for having me, Com.
Homer, kamusta?
Good morning, Com. Morning, Com. Good morning, Naveen. Yes, good morning.
All right.
Okay, Com.
Let's
Good.
medyo marami tayong but that's why I wanted to start a little early. And of course, the biggest issue today is of course yung doping issue ni Justin Brownlee. I want to ask both of you very very briefly, Homer. Anong reaction mo? Were you surprised about this?
Yeah, I was surprised because it's all about personal responsibility. Hindi ba ang marijuana is banned here in the US. In fact, I texted Justin yesterday and texted him today too. He's in. I was told he was in Indianapolis. I have his phone number. I texted him. Hindi siya sumagot. Here in the US, marijuana is legal. So I don't know if Justin knew that. And but still, Commissioner, ignorance of the law and the rules excuses no one. It is just disheartening na nangyari ito at the time na napakain. We're feeling so proud. We have
Medyo nagpuputol-putol yung
and then we come to this. I just go ahead and put the horse forward.
Homer, your signal is cutting up. Let's just check your signal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, nagcha-choppy ng konti. Maybe it's your earpiece, baka medyo nagcha-choppy. But let's try that again. But let me go to Naveen. Naveen, your reaction to this doping issue of Justin first.
Well, it was a little bit surprising, obviously. Would I say that it was something that is totally unexpected? No. But that's a conversation for another day. But was I surprised? Yes. Was I surprised that this came out not like right away, but a few days after the Philippines has won gold? A little bit, yes. You would imagine this is something that would be out there right away. Now, was I surprised for what he was found positive for, which is basically use of cannabis? Not exactly, because I would say that the use of cannabis has become very apparent for athletes all over the world. In fact, if you do some research about use of cannabis, you would find out that this can bring certain recovery functions to help athletes in the recovery process after games and when their bodies aren't feeling well. It's a recreational activity as well that particularly in the NBA is now no longer frowned upon. It's no longer in the list of the NBA's banned substances for players.
Yeah.
But of course, different leagues, different countries, different stipulations. And overall, does this impact Justin Brownlee's reputation in a negative way? Absolutely not. Not at all. Thankfully, it also doesn't impact the gold medal that the Philippine team won, because they won that fair and square. They won that with their performance on the court, and it just feels right that the gold medal stays with the Philippines.
All right. Homer, let me go back to you. You mentioned na ito nga, sabi mo nga hindi na ito banned in certain jurisdictions, but as Naveen is saying, this is a different league. It's in the Asian Games, and as I mentioned in my opening, talagang that is a banned substance under the WADA. Now, I was talking to an expert and he told me that hindi naman yan totally inexcusable. In other, unexcused. He could have declared it early on para siya nakakuha ng exemption. Do you think there was a mistake here, another faux pas sa ating mga sports officials na hindi nila nakita to? Lalong-lalo na alam natin na may injury si Justin and he was probably taking some form of medication to ease his pain.
Yes, how's my audio now?
That's better.
Am
A
I
lot better.
now?
A lot better.
Can you hear me? Am I still choppy?
That's good.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if there was a faux pas on the part of Gilas and the team. All I know now, I agree with everything Naveen said. But insofar as keeping the gold, though, unfortunately, that is not within our hands. It is in the hands of. Although there is an article in the Asian Games bylaws that says dapat at least dalawa ang makatest for the team's victories to be vacated. Unfortunately, being the hosts, there is also a clause that allows them to have the final say or to make their own determination. So yun ang problema. And then when it might be not legal anywhere, but we're talking Asian Games and it's illegal there. So a violation has clearly been made. And I think, and I hope not, China could invoke what they call in the legal doctrine, Commissioner, the fruit of the poisonous tree. They could say, hey, he beat us, he had 34 points, but he was under an illegal substance. It doesn't matter whether marijuana is not a performance-enhancing drug. It's a banned substance in the eyes of them. And then the Chinese can just say, hey, you have to vacate those wins. So yun lang ang problema. And insofar as Naveen, the PBA is Brownlee, PBA is not under FIBA. That's why we always play 12-minute quarters. So they cannot ban. If the finality of this would be to ban Brownlee, makukunan siya ng at least maybe 18 months to play for the national team. And since he's 34, that would be hard. But so far as playing in the PBA is concerned, walang purview ang FIBA. They could not. The positive result cannot dictate na hindi siya makalaro. So at some point, that's a very good news for Ginebra.
Well, again, that is subject to the PBA has not made any statements to this. There is a precedent, of course, yung kaso ni Kiefer Ravena. But of course, that was different. He was in the Japan B-League, no? So again, there are precedents here, and it will be very interesting kung anong gagawin ng PBA dito, because I also heard that since this is under the SBP has to follow what FIBA is also going to do, then and since the PBA is a member of the SBP, there may be certain implications to this. So again, we will have to monitor this very closely as the days go by. Naveen, let me before we go to our fast take issues, Ateneo's had a rough start in the UAAP. What's going on? You think that this is they should sound the alarm bells here?
No, not yet. It's worth noting that Ateneo lost 4 key starters from their championship roster in season 85. First of all, Ange Kwame, who many believe is the greatest foreign student athlete to play in the UAAP, is no longer with Ateneo. He's a force on both sides of the floor, as we saw for his performance with Gilas in the Asian Games. And in addition to losing Ange Kwame, Ateneo also lost David Defonso, BJ Andrade, and point guard Fortsky Padrigao, who has since transferred to UST. And the point guard play so far has been a little bit underwhelming for the Blue Eagles. I would say Ateneo's biggest issue right now is inconsistency. They can go 5 4-minute stretches of a game where the offense is clicking, where the defense is doing well, they're passing the ball, execution is good, but rather than sustaining that good level of performance which Blue Eagles teams of recent years did, this team is still learning to do that. Now, it's also worth noting it's a relatively young and inexperienced Ateneo team. During the opening press conference for the UAAP season, Coach Tab Baldwin said this team would be characterized by growth rather than experience. They have a lot of talented players, but also a lot of guys who haven't played a lot of big-time rotation minutes in the UAAP before. So there's going to be some trial and error during the elimination round. There's going to be some experimentation. But knowing how Coach Tab Baldwin coaches a team, Ateneo will still be a force to be reckoned with. Now, can they be good enough to compete with a contender like UP by the end of the elimination round? That will be determined by the growth of the team. But definitely, they are still a Final Four contender.
Well, sa ating nakikita so far, UP has been dominating. And talk about dominating, Homer, before I go to our fast take issues, we've seen some games in the preseason and some teams have looked well. Some teams indeed have risen to the expectations, especially pagdating sa individual players. What is your take so far on the two top rookies, Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama, Homer, as good as advertised?
Yes, and then some. Especially Holmgren. Remember Holmgren played a few years with Gonzaga, and he was Rookie of the Year last season. And I'm so excited to see both. They can, in fact, the first when they the Chicago Bulls, inibita ko ni Mike Clarkson because he lives out there in Texas, and he said, "Why don't you watch the Bulls games with me and the Spurs, and also the game with Utah and the San Antonio Spurs?" So those are the two games I'm excited. Commissioner Wembanyama is really great. I've seen him a little bit during the summer league, but then again, itong preseason, as we now know, it is not a faithful barometer of how the regular season will go.
Exactly.
Tingnan mo si Luka Doncic, not even playing a significant minutes with Dallas. Same with Kyrie Irving. But as far as the two persons are concerned, you see, Chet Holmgren, I like Chet. I like Chet better, but I think it would be Scoot Henderson will win Rookie of the Year.
Pero may mga ano ka, slip of the tongue ka, Homer. Hindi Chet Holmgren at saka hindi Scoot. All right, let's begin. Let's go to our
Suit. Sorry, Commissioner.
suit. Iba yung suit, ha? Iba yung suit. Nasa ano na yun? Nasa museum na yun. All right, let's go let's go to our fast take issues of the morning. Ano yan?
Adult beverage, Commissioner. Adult beverage.
All right. You know the drill, gentlemen. Bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, wag magagalit. And of course, walang tama, walang mali. Ang opinion nyo lamang ang mahalaga. 1 minute to answer each of the issues. Let's begin with the first question. Ito ang ating unang issue of the morning. Anong posibleng implikasyon sa PBA at Gilas ng doping violation ni Justin Brownlee? I'll begin with you, Naveen. 1 minute. Go!
Well, there's a chance that Justin Brownlee could be held out of action if his next samples come out positive as well. Now, I'm not sure yet if that's been clarified how exactly he would be out of action. Would that mean he can't play in the PBA as well? Would that mean that he can't play in future international competitions for the national team? We shall wait for clarity on that matter. But of course, the absence of someone like Justin Brownlee, whose performance in the Asian Games, I believe, solidified him as the clear go-to naturalized player of Gilas when Jordan Clarkson is not available, would be a bad development for the national team, particularly because I think right now, following the World Cup performance, following the success in the Asian Games, consistency and a linear progress for the national team is what's needed the most under the leadership of head coach Tim Cohn and hopefully under the leadership of Justin Brownlee.
All right. Well, I really hope that everything goes well for the sake of both PBA and Gilas. Homer, same issue. Ano ang posibleng implikasyon sa PBA at Gilas nitong pangyayari kay Justin Brownlee? 1 minute, Homer. Go.
Well, Ginebra is the most popular team, and to thrive as the most popular team, you need your best player. And the possibility of Brownlee to play send shivers not only to the market people, not only team broadcast people, but also the universe of the PBA. Yun ang problema. Unfortunately, I wish I could see more clarity, Commissioner, but and in fact, I talked to FPP yesterday, said everything lies in the hands of the PBA. So, really natin alam kung what's going on next because there are so many good governing bodies. The rest would go to the Olympic Committee and then it would go to another committee. There's a bill going on. Ang interest ko lang is because the PBA is number 5, barring any other. Can he play? There's an appeal. He play. If they will, kagaya ba sa like Pacquiao, if Pacquiao is, there's a appeal and a Pacquiao would file a restraining order and he can't fight. So it applies to play. There is an appeal. He's considered innocent before prior to being pronounced guilty. So yun lang. But it's a big development for the PBA. When it comes to the government.
Well, ako personally, I really think that Justin Brownlee single-handedly saved the PBA, single-handedly saved the SBP, and single-handedly saved Philippine basketball with his performance in the Asian Games. To lose him now because of this will be massive. Malaking bagay po yan. But at the end of the day, I always go back to this. Isa lang ang tanong, tama ba yan o mali? Yang nangyari kay Justin Brownlee. Yung mga pangyayaring yan. The gold will remain. But the question is that okay with us? At nasa sa inyo na po yan para sagutin niyo kung okay lang na ganun ang nangyari after the games. Let's go to our second issue of the morning. Okay. Ito'y patungkol sa NBA. And the NBA...
Let me...
Homer, we're running out of time. I gotta get to the two issues. All right. The NBA released its list of top players in for this particular season. I will show you that picture right now. Yan po yung 2023 NBA rank ng top 10 players. So the issue is, agree o disagree ba kayo sa nilabas na top 10 players ng 2023 NBA ranking para sa season na ito? I will begin with you, Homer. 1 minute. Go.
Jimmy Butler is watching the show and he's watching it from his chiropractor's office because his back is Miami Heat. Ito ang issue sa list na yan. Jamoran. Before all the issues that I played, Memphis Grizzlies and Jamal and Morant showing guns. Grizzlies were the best team in the NBA Commissioner by far, leading almost 8 games, leading the pack. Why is he not in the list? So, lang ang dalawang main issues why I disagree. Other Commissioner, especially Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. This is Jimmy Butler.
All right. Well, okay, I got a little bit of that, Homer. Maybe your earpods, baka pwede natin, in the final questions I can get you clear. But I understand what you're saying. Even John Morant and that point about that. And I totally agree with that. Naveen, same issue. You saw the list. Agree ka ba? Disagree sa nilabas na top 10 players ng NBA this season? 1 minute, Naveen. Go.
Well, there are a few areas here that I disagree with. Number one, I think Nikola Jokic should be the number one player over Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's no disrespect to the Greek freak Giannis. I just think that Jokic is a better offensive player and a better player overall. Number two, I think Luka Doncic is too high at number 4. I don't think he should be ranked higher than Steph Curry and Jason Tatum. Now, that's because I value winning basketball, particularly in the playoffs, high. And Steph Curry and Jason Tatum have proven time and time again that they can lead their teams deep into the playoffs. I think Luka still has ways to go in terms of doing that. that. Second, I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander at 8. Now, that's not to say Shea is not a great player. He's a great player, but I don't think he deserves to be in that high of a rank just yet. I think LeBron James should be higher than him. I also think that Jimmy Butler, like Homer said, should be in the top 10. Jimmy Butler, time and time again in the playoff shows, when playoff Jimmy shows up, he can lead his team to deep playoff runs, particularly 2 finals runs. He should be in the top 10 over Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Anthony Davis. So that's another part of this list that I have an opinion about.
This is the problem when you have some people who don't even cover the NBA that come up with lists. And marami nagsasabi that list is something that has become really controversial because they don't even really cover many of them. The 150 that voted, many of them did not cover the NBA. But again, that's just a list.
And also, just to add to that, this list is made for people to react. They want people to react.
Exactly. Which is
throw
weird.
their arms up in the air and like be angry. And you know, I think if that's their goal, they're doing a good job.
All right, let's go to our third and final issue of the morning. Recently, nagsalita si Chairman Ricky Vargas ng PBA na kailangan daw na magkaroon ng basketball summit para maayos ang mga problema ng basketball at ang ating national team. So ang tanong, ano ang gusto niyo maging top agenda at makakatulong ba ang pinaplanong sports summit ng mga basketball stakeholders? I'll begin with you, Naveen. 1 minute, go!
Well, what I want to see is consistency more than anything from basketball in the Philippines moving forward. Now, consistency in what sense? Like I said earlier, I think we should be under the leadership and tutelage of one head coach. I believe Tim Cone deserves that opportunity given the team's performance in the Asian Games. It would be nice if we knew who our naturalized player was for every tournament moving forward. It would be nice if practices for the national team was consistent all throughout the year with that. And so how do we make that happen? Number one, we need to have a deep pool, a pool of college players, a pool of pro players, a pool of players who are abroad whenever they are in the country. It would be nice to have weekly practices. In fact, more than once a week. Consistency and continuity are the key parts to winning in basketball. Now, you can do that if you have one voice leading the way, if you have similar players practicing sets and patterns of the team every week. So that's what we want, consistency. We don't want to ask questions about who the players will be 2 weeks before a tournament. We want to know what the vibe is 2 weeks before a tournament. So consistency is key.
Consistency indeed is very important and we've seen that in other teams all over the world. Homer, same issue. Ano ang gusto mo maging top agenda at makakatulong ba itong pinaplanong sports summit ng mga basketball stakeholders? 1 minute, Homer. You have the last say. Go.
Everything Naveen said, I agree. The only thing I want is, can we hire somebody that would run the program that is not beholden to either the MVP group or the SMC block? Because if you have somebody whose hands are tied in one way or the other, leaning towards MVP or SMC block, you're not going to get things accomplished. We need somebody there that's independent, that can go through each side and say, I need this player, I need that player. A guy that can also talk to the college shareholders and say, hey, I need this star player you have, and then we need this time. Somebody that is not beholden to any of these officials that we have now and can say, hey, ito yung time frame natin. This is how we practice, this is this. Insofar as Tim Cone is concerned, yeah, he's very good. I just have an issue of, beholden just on the other side that, baka bubulungan na, gamitin mo itong player ng Hinebra. It has to be somebody that is, like I said, completely severed from many of the ties that bind many of our coaches, many of our managers, many of our players. Other than that, the summit is good. Commissioner USA Basketball. You have somebody that is not beholden to all the NBA teams, and they always present the best team when the Olympic comes. And that's all that matters. So yun ang summit na pinaplano ni Ricky Vargas.
Well, I totally agree with you. We need really leadership. I think that's where you begin. And I have nothing against this tinasawag na basketball summit. We have so many of this. Isa lang ang pakiusap ko, makinig kayo sa stakeholders because at the end of the day, kung yan ay lip service lamang at pakitang tao, hindi po pakitang gilas, pakitang tao, at kayo rin ang masusunod. Kung ano lang ang gusto niyo mangyari, yun din lang masusunod. Wag na kayo mag-basketball summit because it's not gonna get you anywhere. Until you listen to the people who are in the know. Hindi po yung mga naka-Amerikana na nakaupo sa inyong mga opisina. Hindi po yung mga merong sariling agenda. Pero yung pong mga marurunong nagpapatakbo ng liga, wala pong mangyayari dyan sa basketball summit na yan. Alright, thank you so much gentlemen for joining us this morning. I hope we can
Amen.
do more next time. Maraming salamat, Homer and Naveen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Com, and thank you, Homer.
Commissioner, greet lang ako ng 33rd wedding anniversary. Good friend of ours, Jera and Rison, yung asawa niya. Happy anniversary.
Wow! Happy anniversary,
Jera
Jera
and
and Red.
Commissioner, thank you.
Maraming salamat. Happy anniversary, partner. Jera, Season, and si kanyang wife, si Red. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Alright. Yan po si Homer Saison and of course, Naveen Ganglani sa Fast Take. Alright, before we take a break, isa pong paalala mula sa ating mga kaibigan sa Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page in your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance, monitor your current subscription, top up using debit credit card, subscribe to the latest Giga promos, monitor your data consumption, auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network, one-tap subscription, the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live more today. And when we return, pag-usapan po natin patuloy na yung pong kontrobersiya tungkol kay Justin Brownlee. Kasama po, walang iba kundi ang Pangulo ng Philippine Olympic Committee, Mayor Abraham Bumble Tolentino. Ito po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go at ng True Religion. Ang oras po natin, 8:42 ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by M2T Drink with malunggay, okra, and luya, your natural source of electrolytes.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day. Plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Sherry.
Masarap. Malinis. Friendly store crew. At higit sa lahat, healthy. Ang bawat manok ay laki sa alaga, hindi sa gamot. Garantisado, zero antibiotics. And that's the Chooks experience. Kaya mag-Chooks to stay na. Dito lang sa Chooks.
Pinarangalan ng PIMA bilang Radio Station of the Year. Radyo 5, True FM.
Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Totoong abot na abot ang True FM saan man panig ng Pilipinas at sa buong mundo. Basta may Pilipino. Sundan at ilike ang Radyo 5 True FM sa Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at sa X o Twitter. Dito na tayo sa totoo. True FM, tunay na kapatid. Maaasahan sa radyo at online.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Na-miss mo ba ang game kagabi? Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happening sa sports? Like and follow us on social media. Pwede mo nang balik-balikan ang mga paborito mong games anytime, kahit saan. At pwede mo nang i-share sa tropa. Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat at One Sports PHL on social media.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Broadcasting from the Radyo 5 studios in Reliance Street, Mandaluyong City, in Mega Manila. 25,000 watts of true broadcast quality. Mas pinalakas, mas pinalawak, mas pinalinaw na tunog ng AM sa FM. Ito ang 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala. Muli po nagbabalik ang Power and Play at kasama na po natin ngayon ng Pangulo ng Philippine Olympic Committee para po pag-usapan ng ilang mga bagay tungkol sa POC. Magandang umaga, Mayor Bambol Tolentino. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chairman Oli. Good morning sa inyong lahat.
Unang-una, congratulations sa napakaganda nating performance sa Asian Games. Yun lang, syempre ngayon ang ating pong pinag-uusapan sideline, maliit na problema. Kumustahin ko lang po, sir. Nakausap niyo na ba si Justin Brownlee?
Nakausap ko ng SBP, nakausap ko ng lahat, handler niya. So, nakarating na kay Brownlee yun.
Ano daw ang reaction ni JB?
Ang inaasikaso na muna niya yung mga medical documents niya, kung ano mga prescribe sa kanya nung nasa medication siya sa stage ng doktor. All those certifications that will be needed. No? Kailangan yun in case mag-appeal after the opening of B sample. If after the opening, naging positive ulit.
May nakausap ko si Dr. Alex Pineda, Mayor, no? Yung head ng ating Finado. And he told me na meron daw hong proseso na para magkaroon ng exemption, lalo na yung mga atletang talagang under medication. And that is usually applied, tapos dinideclare kung ano yung mga gamot na iniinom para magkaroon ng medical exemption during the games. Ito ba ho, Mayor, ginagawa natin? Is this regular that we do? And bakit ito hindi nagawa in the case of Justin?
Of course, meron pa ang ganun. Ano? Pero dapat yon before submitting all documents. Kasi lahat naman go bound to Asian Games. All the 400 athletes were given form and nagtuloy sa ganung procedure na tungkol sa doping seminars. So all negative. So dapat before pa nun, kung merong ang atleta na therapeutic something need exemption, ina-apply na yun kasi a-approvean pa yun kung talagang
so
meron.
Ang ibig sabihin nun talagang nung panahon na yun, nung before, hindi nag-submit si Justin nun yung therapeutic use exemption.
Yes, but Hindi ko alam kung inaalaw pa yan, ano. Hindi ako familiar dito
Alright.
sa Asian Games na to, itong 19 anti-doping ruling. No?
Alright. Mayor, itong POC ngayon, ano hong role nito, magiging role ng POC sa appeals process ni Brownlee?
Well, we were given up to 19 to set if kung susundin namin yung rights ni Brownlee, no, na pupunta ng Beijing, titingnan mo yung opening ng B sample, or send a representative, or online, or waive your rights, no. So kahit anong mangyari after 19, the ITA, the International Testing Agency, for sure they will schedule the opening of a B sample, no, with or without witnesses, no. So if that will be positive again, i-implement na yung 2-year suspension.
Wow.
Okay, 2-year suspension. That's the time na we will file a case sa CAS to appeal and to justify whatever, no? Kung kaya nga dapat maipon lahat ng mga medication niya kung nandoon. So hindi naman enhance. It's part of the prohibited but hindi naman enhancing drugs yun, no? So ginamit talaga when he was injured. Kung meron nga, no? So kung mapatunayan and nakita ng panel ng CAS, they might lower the suspension to 1 month to 3 months, no?
With time
So yun ang magiging effect nun.
Kamusta yung ganun din ba ho ang proseso para doon sa ating siklista, si Evangelista? Will you also appeal?
Yes. Ganun din, ano, pero pinag-aaralan namin ng cycling kung if we will gonna appeal, no? Or just accept the 2-year suspension, no? So ito naman kay Brownlee, mahirap pag basta mo para sa akin, no? Mahirap pag tinanggap mo agad yung pinabayaan lang natin yung 2-year suspension, no? Sayang ang participation niya sa PBA kasi the decision will be forwarded also to FIBA.
Yes.
Then to the IF, then the IF will forward it to SBP. So all sanction game ng FIBA maapektuhan yun.
And since the PBA is a member of the SBP, na ang SBP is the NF ng FIBA, then obviously kailangan sumunod ho dito ang liga. Ganun ba ho yun?
Yes, correct. And all sanction games ng OCA and IOC. Well, matagal pa naman yung yung next SEA Games 2025 and next Asian Games will be 2026.
So clearly pag nangyari ho yan, hindi makakalaro si Brownlee kung siya ay masususpend sa ating mga qualifiers at sa mga susunod na international games.
Correct. Yung qualifiers na remaining ng
Olympic Games.
Olympic sa February, no? Yung mga hindi nag-qualify last World Cup, FIBA World Cup.
Okay.
May window pa doon.
Klaruhin ko, Mayor, sabi niyo in some of your interviews na walang epekto ito sa ating gold medal sa Asian Games. Hindi ba ho posibleng magdagdag pa ng penalty ang OCA?
Hindi na tayo papayag nun. Hindi na ano yun.
Hindi na makatarungan.
Yes, so kasi every final games all will be tested, may procedure yun. Kahit abutin ka ng hating gabi doon, hindi ka pa naiihi, talaga antayin ka umihi doon. So tapos na yun. Yun na yung final result, siya lang ang positive. Unfortunately, meron din positive sa Jordan.
Correct.
Yung ang biraan nga namin sa mga discussion, yung Jordan 12 points din ang ginawa noon. Si Brownlee 20, lamang tayo 10, di lamang pa tayo ng 2.
naging mathematics ang dating, ang bihira.
Diba? Kung yun ang pinipilit nila, ngayon kung pinipilit naman lang i-strip tayo ng gold, i-strip din lang Jordan ng silver. Mas lalong pangit tingnan nyo kung magiging gold yung third place.
Oo naman. Hindi karapat-dapat. Well, kasi alam niyo, siyempre gusto nating mawala yung agam-agam ng ating mga kababayan. Pero again, at the end of the day, of course, ang pinupunto dito ay yung nangyari lamang na substance testing.
Yes.
Yun lang naman ang
We're
issue
not,
dito.
of course, we're not tolerating that. Ano? We're very, very strict to that. We're almost every year nag-seminar tayo dyan sa doping na yan. Hindi tayo nagkukulang sa pag-advise, sa pag-abiso sa mga NSA natin na yung doping napaka-importante ngayon yan.
Kaya nga
Lalo na yung mga supplements, yung mga sponsor na nutrients, no? Baka masingitan or what. May nangyari nga tayong doping Malaysian SEA Games. Ang na-dope kabayo. Positive kabayo natin. So nahagisan siguro yun ng nahagisan siguro ng isang whatever, no? Hindi tao ang positive kabayo. So we were penalized doon, no?
Actually, kaya nga ako medyo na-frustrate sapagkat ang laki-laki ho ng budget natin na ginagastos ng yung Philippine Anti-Doping Organization. Ang laki po niyan. Alam ko yan when I was in the PSC. Mayat-maya, yan ay nasa seminar. Mayat-maya, yan ay mga ginagawang pagbabiyahe. And I thought na kailangan kahit papano nagiyahan ang ating mga atleta dahil alam naman natin kung napaka-stricto pagdating sa mga drug testing, ang mga international competition. So, again, maybe yun po ang mga bagay-bagay na pwedeng maging coordination ng ating gobyerno and of course ng POC, no? Ng NSA. Mayor, any effect sa inyo lang, any effect dun sa personality at imahe ni Justin Brownlee itong nangyari sa kanya?
Well, merong konting-konti lang, pero buti na lang talagang meron siyang under medication siya, no? Injured siya. So doon siya nagpagabot sa nagpapagaling sa US. O na legal lang whatever medication, just like in Europe, just like recently in Thailand, no? Using all those THC or CBD or what, no? So yun nga kailangan malaman kung meron bang nakaluan o merong content na whatever, no? So hindi lang na-declare agad or what na merong ganon. So dadaan talaga sa proseso. Meron talagang effect sa kanya. Personally, sa paglaro, lahat. Meron talaga yung
tayo po ay umaasa na kahit pa paano, although may nga ang aking balita, yan daw sample A at sample B ay galing lamang dun sa iisang source. Kumbaga 70% nung inilabas na urine sample ay yun ang sample A at 30% yun ay sample B. So if it is the same source, malamang pareho din ang resulta. Pero meron din lang mga kaso na nangyari na nagkakaiba. So tayo po yung maasa ng katotohanan lamang.
Tama na medyo ipanahangin yung nagbago ng
nagkaroon ng contamination or whatever. Yung mga ganun.
Tama.
Well,
yes. Pero
Chairman,
lamang yun, iisang source nun.
Iisa lang ang source. Yun daw ang sabi sa akin. Kaya medyo posibleng ganun din ang magiging resulta, but we're still hoping that ang katotohanan ay lumabas at ating pong magawa ng paraan. Mayor, let me go to another issue.
Dapat paghandaan, no? Dapat paghandaan. Talagang galing medication or what.
Yun ang nga sinasabi ko. Kung galing sa medication, dapat to talaga meron yung mga tinatawag na yung therapeutic use exemption na i-apply para ho talagang malinis ang ating pong delegasyon. Because I know you're very strict about this. Hindi ho minsan ginagawa ng ating mga officers on the ground yung kailangan nilang gawin. Kaya siguro ho yun ang pwede natin gawing bagong patakaran na talagang kung may ganyan, mag-declare na kayo para wala tayong problema, whatever, di ba?
Correct. No? Lalo na kung galing abroad ang mga atleta or mayroong mga sariling sponsors, especially on food supplement.
Food supplements. No? That's right. Mayor, mapunta ako sa ibang topic ng POC. yung pong PSC, POC issue. Ano ba ho ang punot dulo nito? At nasabi niyong para kayong sinaksak sa likod.
Oo naman, saan naman kayo lalagay na kagaya nga sinabi ko dati na on the first day of in Hangzhou while you're raising our flag in the athletes village, tapos makakatanggap ka ng ganon na explain, answer within 5 days, you're unliquidated 1998. Di ba? Plus 2 others, no? I mean, pwede namang after, di ba? Pwede namang after. O kung talagang galit kayo sa amin, edi pwede naman sa Christmas o sa birthday ko, di ba? Yung mga ganon, di ba? Why on the start of the Asian Games, di ba? Hindi teamwork yan, hindi power and play. Hindi, di ba? Di ba? Tapos sasabihin nyo ngayon, pwede pag-usapan. Pwede pa lang mag-usap, di sana nag-usap, hindi ganyan. Okay, so ngayon 1998, ngayon yung issue, okay, sige, nandun na yon. Bakit naman 1998 pa yung binato nyo?
Correct.
Pwede naman singilin nyo nung 1999, 2000, 2001. Ba't inantay nyo pa itong 2023 Asian Games? May something talaga. May something.
Ano ho reaction? Sabi daw ho ng PSC, wala naman daw siyang kinalaman doon. Ano ho ang inyong posisyon doon?
Nasagot ko na po yan, Chairman. Nasagot ko na yan.
Sabi nga daw ninyo, hindi daw kayo naniniwala doon.
Before that letter, meron pa naunang letter. Pinapipirma kami ng affidavit of undertaking before releasing the payment for luggages, tracksuit, shoes. Ginawa lang kaming tagabayad. So nung babayaran na namin sa supplier, bago namin i-release nyo, sign this acknowledgement na you have same content, 10,1998, blah, blah, blah. Vietnam Cambodia, what? Sabi ko, bakit naman namin pipirma yan? Di pare-pares na tayo, walang uniforme niya. Nirelease pa rin nila after revising. Inalis yung 10 million. Now, nung hindi siguro na makapirma yun, gumamit ng state auditor para ipadala sa amin. Remember, Chairman Oli, we're not under COA.
Exactly. Yun nga
We're
ang aking
private
pupuntuhin.
entity.
Yes,
we're
that's
not
right.
under COA.
Oho.
The normal procedure, ang
PSC.
unliquidated is under PSC.
Correct.
So habulin ni COA, si PSC, si accounting, then si PSC, ang tanungin kami. Pero
Oho.
not COA, directly kami hinahabol.
Correct. Kaya nga ho ako nagtataka dahil alam ko ho yung
very elementary,
issue
very
yan.
basic, di ba?
Wala namang jurisdiction ng COA sa inyo dahil hindi ho kayo gobyerno at ang PSC ang gobyerno.
Very basic naman yun, di ba?
Yung sinasabi ho na wala silang kinalaman dyan, baka parang malabo ata ho yun dahil ang hahabulin usually ng COA ang PSC.
So whimsical. So maliciously, di ba?
Mayor, itong call to sit down ni Chairman Bachmann, ano ho ang inyong reaction dito? To call to sit down with the COA at saka sa kanila para maayos ito?
Bakit kami? Dapat si COA ang habulin sila. Tapos habulin, di ba? Pwede palang call to sit, yun nga sinasabi ko, call to sit down, okay, pero pwede palang ganun. Bakit kayo nagganyan pa? Bakit kayo pang bad faith na ano? Pwede pa lang sa simula, gano'n. So, okay, call to sit down. Tapusin ko muna itong kay Brownlee. Mabigat to. Ang ano ng effort ni Brownlee, without Brownlee sa Asian Games and other, di ba? So, affected din na lahat. Di ba? Sila muna mag-ayos. Tama ba yung pinagagawa nila?
Alright. Well, Mayor, let me go to a final point. Ano po ang inyong grado sa ating Asian Games campaign?
Well, Chairman Oli, it was, ewan ko kung sa show mo sinabi ko yon. No? Marami akong pinagsabihan noon. Months before Asian Games, sabi ko, God willing, I'll pray for minimum of 4. Minimum of 4. Diba?
Narinig ko yun.
Pag lumampas ng 4 bonus. So, hanggang sa nauubos na yung oras, iisa pa ang pumasok, si EJ.
Oo.
As expected. Diba? As expected natin yun. pero nakita mo naman, lumabas pa rin yung mga surprises. Jiu-jitsu, dalawa. Then yung pinaka-surprise, itong Gilas. Akala ko nga, beating China on their home court. Okay na yun hanggang doon na. Tapos tinalo pa tayo ng Jordan the first game.
First game. Oh.
Ng 20 plus. So, paano tayo mananalo doon? So, umabot sa 4. So, that's it.
Yeah. So, medyo ang grado A. A ba, Mayor?
Oo, kung 1 to
1 to 10
yan, 1 to 10 yan, di 8 na yun. 8.5, di ba?
Well, we are preparing next ng ating, of course, marami pang mga iba-ibang international competition, but the big one, of course, sa Paris. Are you confident, President, that mag-i-improve tayo sa Olympic performance natin next year?
Well, with the full support of the funding agency, we might. Forget all brouhaha, forget all liquidation. Of course, we are liquidating, but forget all those
irritants.
Digging under the closet, no? Digging mga baul, di ba? Forget those personal whatever agenda.
All right.
We might. Forgetting all those factors.
All right. Medyo meron lang technical may tawag ata kay President Bumble Tolentino.
Chairman Oli, so forgetting all those factors,
yes,
we might be successful in this.
What are your final question, Mayor? What are your final instructions or your early instructions sa ating mga NSA as we prepare for 2024? Ano po ang inyong early instructions as we go to battle trying to reach the Olympics? Mayor? Mayor Bambol?
Grab pa rin ng marami pang qualifying at stake. No?
Yes. Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. Marami pang at stake na qualifying, mga last minute. So as of today, meron pa lang tayong 4 plus 3, meron na tayong sure of 7.
Mm-hmm. Medyo naglalag lang yung ating signal ni Mayor Bambol Tolentino. Oo.
Kasama na si EJ sa athletics. So meron pang 3 na automatic yon, universality ng swimming at saka athletics. So 4 plus 3, 7, 5, boxing, etc. Even basketball, weightlifting, arts, no?
Oo.
So
medyo nawala na yung signal natin. Anyway, mukhang marami na po tayong nakuha kay President Bumble Tolentino ng Philippine Olympic Committee. Again, sabi niya on the issue of Justin Brownlee, patuloy po nilang tinututukan ito. They will assist Justin Brownlee at of course, sana po he also said na hindi po nila tinotolerate itong klaseng bagay na to. Pero malaking bagay ang naitulong at naiambag ni Justin Brownlee. Kaya po ating pong patuloy na imomonitor ang sitwasyon ng kaso ni Justin Brownlee and of course ang patuloy pong mga paghahanda ng atleta patungo sa Paris Olympics. Maraming po salamat kay Mayor Bumble Tolentino, Pangulo ng Philippine Olympic Committee. Alright, before we take a break, silipin muna natin po ang ating mga viral videos at pop culture sa mundo ng palakasan sa Stop and Pop.
Power and Play with Com Noli Iyala.
Ang title po ng ating video ngayong linggo pong ito ay The Water is No Joke. Panoorin niyo po ito ha. Akala ng marami po, normal na swimming lang sa pool ang training ng atletang ito ha. Pero ganito pala, magpalakas. May nakabitbit na tali o may nakatali sa atleta na meron pong bitbit na weights. Pambihira. Scientific ba yan? Hindi lang langoy ang nangyari kung hindi buhat din ng mabibigat na timbang. Talagang Sasakit ang legs, braso mo dyan kung sa tindi ng training ganyan ang gagawin mo araw-araw. Pero yan ang sakripisyo ng isang atleta at yan din po ang ating Stop and Pop. When we return, we will have with us the PBA top rookie, Stephen Holt, at ang Jiu-Jitsu Queens, Annie Ramirez, Meggy Ochoa, at Carla Napolis sa Power and Play. Ito po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Chooks to Go, at ng True Religion. Ang oras po natin, 10 minuto makaripas ang ikasyam ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by M2T Drinks with malunggay, okra, and luya, your natural source of electrolytes.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai Stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Sherry.
Masarap. Malinis. Friendly store crew. At higit sa lahat, healthy. Ang bawat manok ay laki sa alaga, hindi sa gamot. Garantisadong zero antibiotics. And that's the Chooks experience. Kaya mag-Chooks to stay na. Dito lang sa Chooks.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Pinarangalan ng PIMA bilang Radio Station of the Year. Radyo 5, True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Na-miss mo ba ang game kagabi? Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happening sa sports? Like and follow us on social media. Pwede mo nang balik-balikan ang mga paborito mong games anytime, kahit saan. At pwede mo nang i-share sa tropa. Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat at One Sports PHL on social media.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
May namiss ka bang mga shoot, pasa at hiyawan? Ngayon, hindi na! Dahil araw-araw mo nang mapapanood ang mga paborito mong sports program sa TV. Watch us on these channels. Free TV Channel 41, Signal TV Channel 6, Sky Cable Channel 59. One Sports, ito ang go-to tambayan for your favorite sports programs. Dito ka na sa paboritong tambayan mo pagdating sa sports.
25,000 watts ng totoong tunog ng FM radio.
Totoong pinalakas, totoong pinagtibay ng mga batikang mamamahayag sa paghahatid ng news,
Public service,
entertainment,
music,
information at inspiration para sa bawat kapatid, bawat Pilipino. Ito ang 92.3 Radyo 5 True FM. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Muli po, isang magandang umaga sa lahat po ng ating mga suki sa Los Baños, Laguna. Ha? Good morning everyone there. Ha? Sa Barya family at of course sa San Pablo City. Sa lahat po ng mga tiga SPC Medical Center. I'd also like to say hello to the Head Executive Assistant ng PTV4, ang aking pong very, very good friend si Tina Tan. Hi, Tita Tins. Hope you're doing well. At gusto ko pong batiin ng happy birthday ang isa ko pong matalik. Ito, nagpapabati ito. Yung kanyang dating boyfriend, ex-boyfriend niya, ngayon husband na niya, pinapabati ang misis niya. Kat De Vera, happy birthday. 30 ba? Huwag mong bubukuhin. Ito si Edward. Happy birthday, Kat. I hope you have a good day. Happy birthday also to Orly Trinidad. Ang aking pong mga kaibigan sa media, Orly Trinidad. Si Ira Panganiban, happy birthday also. And of course, my kumpare, Kinito Henson, kahapon, happy birthday. Ang dami nagbe-birthday itong October. I'd like to also say belated happy birthday to my daughter, Mara, who is in Boston. Alright, bago tayo magpatuloy, gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa lahat po ng mga tagapagtaguyod ng Power and Play. 6 years and going strong ang Power and Play. Thank you, of course, to Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Sa ganitong pabago-bago ang panahon, mga kapatid, sobrang init tapos biglang uulan. Kailangan natin ng matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum. Kapag may aluminum, tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang ang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom, tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Thank you! Cherry Tiggo 5X Pro Hybrid. Elevate your driving experience with the all-new Cherry Tiggo 5X Pro Hybrid, where sustainability meets functionality. Get ready to embark on a journey of fuel efficiency and power like never before. Imagine cruising down the road with the impressive 1.5 turbocharged engine paired with a cutting-edge 48-volt hybrid system. This dynamic duo not only delivers exhilarating performance, but also slashes fuel consumption effectively, making each mile a step towards a greener planet. The all-new Cherry Tiggo 5X Pro Hybrid is also equipped with a 10.25-inch capacitive touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, full LED headlights and double-row daytime running lights for improved road visibility, auto trunk release, 6 supplemental restraint system airbags, and a quiet cabin for more peaceful Cherry drives. To learn more about the all-new Cherry Tiggo 5X Pro Hybrid, visit Cherry Auto Philippines website at www.cherryauto.ph or visit your nearest Cherry dealership. Thank you! Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Subukan ng kanilang pinakabagong oven-roasted chicken na mas pinasarap dahil sa nag-uumapaw na flavorful chicken juice. Try their harissa roast, sweet roast, and pepper roast variants. Subukan din Chooks to Stay, the first dine-in restaurant ng Chooks to Go. Chooks to Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Thank you! True Religion is in the Philippines, where passion meets power. Experience it firsthand. For your best style choices, visit True Religion at Conrad S. Maison Mall of Asia Complex, Resorts World Manila, and Hacienda Designer Outlet, Silang, Cavite. Visit their newest branch at Grand Wing, Newport City, Resorts World Manila. True Religion, where passion meets power. Thank you! Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Mga kasundo, first booking ninyo, use promo code JRMC Taxi, 50% off on your first MC Taxi ride. Book Joyride MC Taxi for safe, affordable, quality, and fast rides. Ano pa ang hinihintay nyo? Download the JR Super App on Google Play Store and the App Store. Joyride, ang bago ninyong kasundo. Thank you! Elms Seafood Paluto, the latest offering of the Elms Resto Bar Group, located at Unit 2 Ground Floor, Calle Bistro, Ever Commonwealth, Quezon City. Enjoy their delectable seafood menu in a relaxed casual dining atmosphere for your salo-salo seafood meal. Elms Seafood Paluto. Thank you! Skin Your Face and Body Anti-Aging Center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Green Hill San Juan. For your skin assessment and treatment schedule, call 0917-890-1640 or 0977-809-8886. Thank you! ASEA Subic Beach Resort. Experience the getaway that you deserve and dive into limitless happenings, rejuvenating experiences, and gastronomic adventures. ASEA Subic Beach Resort. Thank you! M2T Drink with malunggay, okra, and luya. Drink your gulay and fuel up on energy with M2T Drink, your natural source of electrolytes.
Thank you!
And Smart, live more today.
Thank you!
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Alright, at this point, we are very happy to have with us on the show, maybe one of the few interviews is given so far, the top pick, the top rookie for the upcoming season of the PBA. Played for the St. Mary's College of California when he was in college, and a pro that has played in the NBA D-League, in the Australian League, in Spain, in Poland, in Kazakhstan, Slovenia, Romania, among others. Of course, one of the top, when he was in college, he was one of the top steals guys in his conference. And now he begins a new career with the PBA. We're very happy to have with us today the top dog, Stephen Holt. Good morning, Stephen. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Really happy to have you. Well, first of all, when did you arrive in Manila, Stephen?
Last week. So I've had a few training sessions with the guys and one tune-up game, but I'm officially over my jet lag and ready to continue practice and building chemistry with the guys and getting the season started.
How has it been so far in the Philippines? Are you enjoying your first week of stay here?
Yeah, it's really hot, obviously. But yeah, I'm enjoying the weather, enjoying my time, just walking around, seeing the malls, and just getting some good food. And again, it's going to be a great experience for me.
Have you been here before?
The first time I came to the Philippines was actually in June when I got my passport. So,
I see.
I was here for like about 2 days, so I didn't get to see too much besides doing, the paperwork and stuff. But this will be my first full, experience in the Philippines, and I'm looking forward to learning more on and off the court and playing the game. So I'm
Great.
super excited.
Well, you were picked as the top pick overall in the last PBA draft. How does it feel to be the number one pick, Stephen?
It feels great. It was a long time to get here. But again, I'm super excited for the challenge and the responsibility to come in and try and help Terra Firma win as many games as possible. And, our goals are, trying to make the playoffs and just to have a overall really good season. So, so far practices have been great. The guys have been, very accommodating and helping me out with the system, and same with the coaches and the staff, and everyone has made me feel really welcome. And so I'm really excited, like I said, just to continue this basketball journey now in the PBA, and hopefully I can have a successful season with Terra Firma.
Talking about your basketball journey, it has been a while. You went into the NBA draft, of course, back in 2014, and you've been around in many countries. Your last stint, of course, was in Romania, where you even won a bronze in the Euro Cup a couple of years ago. But at age 31, you are one of the oldest rookies that has ever come, and maybe the oldest top draft pick. I'm not too sure about that, but maybe one of the oldest. Why? The question, of course, that is begged is, why only now, Stephen? Why did you finally decide to join the PBA?
Oh, yeah. That's a great question. I think the opportunity arose this summer for me to get my passport. And so up until this point, I think the only way I would have been able to play in the PBA was to slide in as an import. And so, those opportunities haven't, arise up until this point. And so mainly, once I got that passport, it's kind of like, hey, let's just, jump ship. And, I've been playing in Europe pretty much my whole career. And
right.
I just sought this as a new challenge and new opportunity. And, when I started this whole basketball journey, I don't know, maybe 9-10 years ago, to at least get one season in the Philippines was always my goal. And, now that I'm actually here and, in the country and getting to play in the PBA, like, again, it's definitely a privilege for me. And, I'm just, again, like, I can't explain how excited I am to finally have my passport and be here and compete and to show, my teammates, the league, and everyone, what I'm about on and off the court. And again, I just can't wait to compete and hopefully have a successful season.
Yeah, you are, of course, Phil-American. Your full name is Stephen Jeffrey Carino Holt. Is the Carino side the Filipino side?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's my mom's maiden name, so it's why I have two names.
And where are the Carinos from here in the Philippines, Stephen?
Grandmother's from Angeles City, and my grandfather was from San Fernando.
So Pampanga. So you're a Kapampangan, Kabalen. That's how they call the people from Pampanga. And these people are the ones that are really cook some of the best dishes in the country. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a younger sister, Alyssa. She also graduated at St. Mary's. She played soccer there as well. She works at Nike at the world headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, and hopefully her and my mom will be able to fly out for Christmas and get to experience that time as a family together. So I'm super excited for that.
How much of your side is Filipino? I mean, for instance, how much were you in touch with your Filipino side here in the Philippines?
For starters, I know I probably have a bunch of family out here, so I just need to use my contacts from my mom's side and to hopefully get in contact with some of the family members that I have out here. But like I said, this is my first true experience in Manila, so everything is new to me. But I'm sure as games start and family members know that I'm out here, they'll for sure probably come to games and I'll get in contact with them. And,
absolutely.
It's going to be a great experience on and off the court for me.
Well, a lot of people want to know you more. How Filipino are you? Do you eat Filipino food?
Yeah, I mean, from time to time, my mom would cook Filipino food. I love lumpia, pancit, chicken adobo, all the basics.
All the basics, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm definitely, like I said, if anyone has any recommendations for restaurants or anything in Manila, I'm all ears. So just shoot me a text or shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'll be glad to try some new restaurants.
I certainly will tell my producer Mike Santillan to give you a lot of recommendations. He loves to eat. All right. What about traditions? Do you follow Filipino traditions like going to the cemetery, visiting your dead, celebrations in Christmas, Holy Week, whatever it is?
Yeah, I'm Catholic, so I mean, as we all know, it's very rooted in us, in day in and day out. That's one of the main reasons why I can't wait for my family to come out for Christmas and experience, a true, Filipino Christmas as a family. So that's one of our bucket lists. And once the schedule comes out, I'll definitely book them some tickets, and hopefully they can, come out here for 2-3 weeks at a time.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Like I said, I'm super excited to actually be here and experience, all the traditions and getting a true Filipino experience.
That'll be fun. We celebrate the longest Christmas season here. So, even now it's already Christmas in the Philippines. So you can imagine how much.
I mean, I walked to one of the malls and they already have Christmas trees out. So
Absolutely.
I was wondering where the Halloween decorations are, but you guys just skip straight to Christmas. So it's pretty funny.
Well, Halloween will come. But, one of our traditions, of course, is basketball. And, of course, the PBA is the top league in the Philippines. Did you know about the PBA when you were growing up?
I would say I mainly got notice of the PBA probably in college. That was the period of time when I got a lot of messages on social media of, hey, Steve, like, what's your next steps when you turn professional? Are you going to come to the PBA? Agents hitting me up and et cetera, et cetera. And that was when I first really, realized like, hey, there's a really good league in the Philippines. And obviously the national team hasn't yet transpired for me, obviously, because of the rules of that the current FIBA has with the 16 and under passport and stuff. But again, everything comes full circle. And again, at the end of the day, I just really wanted to come out here and play a season or two and whatnot. And again, I'm just so thankful that I was able to finally get my passport after this so long period of time. And I'm finally out here and get to play for a great organization and a great group of guys. And again, like I said, we're working hard and hopefully we can have a successful season.
Is there a particular person that talked to you about the PBA, showed you about the games and maybe a particular player that interested you in the PBA?
I mean, I've had former teammates that I've played in the league before. I know Terrence Jones has played Philippines before with TNT. Diamond Simpson, he played at St. Mary's College as well. We weren't in the same year, but I think he played for the Aces for a few years.
Yeah, Alaska. That's right.
Michael Dunnigan was a teammate of mine in the G League. I think he played out here for a little bit. But yeah, they've all had some great things to say. It's definitely more of a unique year-round season for me. Obviously, Europe's, straight 9-10 months, but here, you guys break it down between 3 conferences with different rules, and obviously this upcoming season's only 2 conferences. But, I'm learning everything new day to day, and, I'm just taking it in stride and, like I said, I'm just again I keep reiterating this, but I'm really happy to be here and just practicing with the guys and can't wait for games to start.
You are joining a team that, well, let's be blunt about it, has not made the playoffs. Has made the playoffs only once, I believe, in their franchise history. They have they had a terrible, of course, year last year. Had a 3-31 record, and of course, has struggled in their PBA journey. How do you feel about a team that's rebuilding, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, again, the way we've started out preseason, I mean, we've won both our games so far, and I think just the mental belief that we can compete with any team in the league, and it just starts every day in practice. I mean, the only way you can get confidence in games is being confident in practice, and so this first week we've just been working hard, just trying to just gel, build this chemistry, and I really like our attitudes, and really like we can't control what happened last year. This is a new group,
right?
New team, new focus, and so again, we just have to just stack little wins, and how we do that is having great practices, great weeks of practice, and then just let it all roll out whenever the games come. So
what is
that's just my mentality, and just again, I'm just trying to show as much leadership I can, even though I'm deemed a rookie. I'm definitely not a rookie with my experience, and the coaches know that, my teammates know that, and they know. So certainly what I'm about. I'm a hard worker, a good teammate, and just want to win. So hopefully I can bring that to this group.
Have they accepted you in that role already, knowing that you are a rookie, but you are of age and you've had so much experience? What has been your impression so far of your team?
Yeah, I mean, just the willingness to let me play my game. I mean, to a fault. I mean, I'm almost too unselfish. But in this role with this team, and obviously being the first round draft pick and having the background that I do, I'm definitely gonna have to be more of a scorer. Maybe force some shots, which I'm totally not really used to, and in Europe, just trying to play the right way. But again, it just comes with time, it comes with practice, and just my mental approach to the game. And so I'm definitely gonna have to shift my focus on that, just trying to be aggressive on every single possession, just trying to create for myself and for my teammates. And at the end of the day, I'm just going to do my best to try and win and help the group.
Well, you're known not only as a scorer, but also on your defense. You led your college in steals. You led your conference in steals. Even your highlights show a lot of that, the way you play the passing lanes. Do you think that this energy that you bring, particularly on defense, is going to rub off on your team? And what else do you bring to the table for Terra Firma?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always taken pride in being a two-way player. It's easy to score and shoot shots, but you have to defend and make sure your man doesn't score and get stops as a team. That's the only way you can win and stack the lead. But yeah, again, it all starts in practice. It's building confidence on the offensive end and on the defensive end as a team. And so I'm just trying to do that, pick up full court, communicate with my teammates on the floor, and again, just be a leader. And I've always been that way with my voice, but also with my actions. So everything's aligning. Again, we just have to go out and prove it, and hopefully we can do that this year.
The PBA is a tough league. It's a very physical league. What do you think will be your biggest adjustment to this kind of style, this Philippine basketball style?
Again, I think just looking at the box scores and just how the games go. I mean, I haven't played in 12-minute quarters. Europe's 10 minutes. The amount of minutes I'll probably play this season, probably above 30 in each game. And typically in Europe, I've been playing between 20 to 25. Obviously, could reach 30 in a game. So conditioning is going to have to be elite.
Right.
Again, like I said, I'm a two-way player, so I'm probably not going to take any possessions off on the defensive end. So even more so with a 48-minute game, I'm going to have to be in elite shape. And I've always been in good shape and haven't been any injuries, any surgeries, anything like that. I've, again, taken pride in taking care of my body on and off the court. So again, I think those are probably just the little adjustments. And, everyone's told me how physical the league is. And obviously players will probably try and, test me and being a new guy on the floor and just the expectation of being the number one pick. But, again, at the end of the day, all I can do is control what I can control. And that's just playing hard, being a good teammate, and yeah, again, all I can do is control what I can control.
Are you looking already at the Rookie of the Year here and being the top pick? Does that put more pressure on you to win the ROI?
To be honest, I haven't even thought about that. I mean, it's ironic, trying to win a rookie award, but, I don't see it as a rookie award since I've been playing professional basketball for 10 years. And so I'm more focused on trying to, achieve the goals that Terraforma hasn't been able to achieve. I mean, you said they've won 3 games last season. And so I think it'd be more impressive and more important for me to help this group reach the playoffs and win as many games as possible. I think that'll be more of a meaningful season for me than winning Rookie of the Year for sure.
Excellent. Well, before I let you go, I know it's going to be a long career for you here in the PBA. You signed a 2-year contract with Terra Firma, and obviously, once the fans begin to see your game, this will certainly become home to you. What are you most looking forward to in your stay, not only in the PBA but I guess in the Philippines?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, just getting to know the fans and just the culture and the basketball community. I mean, just the support everyone receives at every single level is just second to none. And so that's one of the main things that has excited me for me to finally be out here is to, okay, I've been able to have a solid career in Europe, but really no one knows me in Asia. And so this is my first experience. And, I think obviously my teammates and coaches have learned, quickly that, I'm a good teammate. I go about my business the right way. I compete. I'm all about winning. And so now it's just for me to show my game for the rest of the league and the rest of the country and the rest of Asia and whoever tunes into our games. So, yeah, I mean, the games are going to be coming up pretty quick and, we're just got to keep working hard and hopefully we'll be ready.
All right. Well, Steve, we look forward to seeing you in the court. We're all excited to finally see Stephen Holt play in the PBA, and we wish you all the best. Stay away from injuries and have a good and long career in the PBA. Again, congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate the wishes. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Mga kaibigan, ang number 1 pick overall ng PBA, Stephen Holt, just about ready to show what he's got in the PBA. Hindi po to any kind an ordinary rookie. He is 31 years old and he's been around, so you can imagine the kind of experience that he has, and he certainly will be a big help para sa Terra Firma Jeep na kailangan ang tulong. Sana lang wag ma-trade kaagad. Alright mga kapatid, bago tayo magpatuloy, silipin muna natin ang golden moments this week in sports history.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
October 14, 1916 o 107 years ago, wow, ginanap ang pinakaunang PGA Men's Golf Championship sa Siwanoy Country Club sa New York. Nanalo dyan si Jim Barnes at 1 hole lang ang lamang niya kontra kay Jock Hutchinson sa 36-hole final. Ang premyo noon sa prestigyosong tournament ay tumataginting na $500. Jim Barnes wins the inaugural PGA Championship this week in sports history. Nako, grabe. Ngayon po ang labanan pagdating sa golf, milyong dolyares. In fact, halimbawa si Victor Hovland won back-to-back tournaments. He won $18 million. Hindi na po $500, kaya ang layo na ng narating ng sports. Talking about malayo na ang narating, well, our next set of guests have certainly shown na hindi lamang malayo na ang kanilang narating, kundi malayo na rin ang narating ng kanilang sport na jiu-jitsu. At yan po ang ating itatampok in the spotlight.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
They are the queens of the Asian Games. Mga bago nating gold medalists at nagbigay ng karangalan sa ating bansa. World champions, now Asian champions. Kasama po natin ngayon in the spotlight ang Asian Games gold medalists Meggy Ochoa and Annie Ramirez at ang Asian Games bronze medalist Kyla Napolis. Magandang umaga, Meggy. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Good morning po.
Thank you, Meggy. Good. Congratulations to you. Annie, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. Ani?
Good morning po.
Yon. At si Kyla. Magandang umaga, Kyla. Medyo wala yatang audio si Kyla pa. Nakamute ka ba o ano? Yan. Tingnan natin.
Hello, good morning.
Yon. Alright. Well, again, congratulations, ladies, sa inyong pagbibigay ng karangalan, pambihira. When I see your videos over and over again, nakakataba ng puso, tumataas ang balahibo ng aking katawan at talaga pong ako'y tuwang-tuwa sa inyong nagawa. And let me begin with this. And I know because ang dami nyo naikwento, even yung graphic, very vivid showing. Maggie, I'll start with you. Gaano kahirap ang journey mo patungo sa podium? We know about your injury and your sickness. But even before that, gaano kahirap itong journey mong ito patungo sa gold?
Napakahirap po. Napakarami pong dinaanan this year. Even before the competition po. Actually, this entire year, marami po talaga akong struggles na dinaanan. Start of the year po, sa personal life, may mga struggles po talaga akong dinaanan. And then, alam naman natin na sa SEA Games, nagkaroon din po ako ng isang serious injury na parang yan na po yung pinaka-serious injury ko sa buong jiu-jitsu career. So matagal po akong hindi naka-sparring ng maayos. And then only 2 months before Asian Games po ako talaga nakapag-training ng maayos. And then, ayun na nga, dun sa mismong Asian Games ay nagkaroon tayo ng sakit and na-injure din po sa semifinals. So talaga pong punong-puno ng struggles yung journey na ito.
Oo. Anong lakas, nagbigay ng lakas sa loob mo, Maggie?
Iisa lang po yan. Ang Diyos po talaga ang nagbigay ng lakas ng loob sa akin. Kasi alam ko po na dehado ako sa lahat ng aspeto. Like physically, even mentally, emotionally, lahat po bagsak. So ang ginawa ko lang po talaga is nagtiwala po ako sa Diyos. Kasi yun na nga po, para sa Kanya din naman po yung laban na ito. Kasi it's for His glory po. Kaya yun yung iisang motive na nakalagay po sa isip ko. Kaya nabuhos ko din po lahat. At the same time, nakapagtiwala po ako sa Kanya at alam ko na ibibigay niya yung lakas na kailangan ko.
Amazing. Amazing story. Ani, marami nagsasabi, naikwento mo na rin na pamula nung 2018 na hindi ka, na-frustrate ka, up to 2023, talagang ininda mo yun. Tell us your journey going to the top of the jiu-jitsu world, sabi niyong pagkapanalo sa Asian Games. Anong mga sakripisyong pinagdaanan mo, Ani?
I guess marami pong sakripisyo na pinagdadaanan yung isang athlete towards to competition. Nandun na po yung quality time with the family, social life. So, syempre po, para for the sake na makapag-training ng maayos or yun. So, mas maraming time po yung ginugugol namin sa mat time rather than sa mga socialization, family time, like marami ako namimiss na mga occasion sa family side ko. So, isa po yun sa mga sacrifices. In the same time, syempre, even though na somehow may injuries ka, ganun. Parang,
pero, during the actual game, meron ka bang naging agam-agam? Meron ka bang mga concerns just before you went into the finals?
Actually po, sa awa naman ng Diyos, wala. Parang very clear naman yung mind ko. At first, syempre, yung a day before ng laban, nandun yung kaba, talagang kinakabahan ka. I think normal naman yun. Pero masaya po ako na during the day itself, binigay ni God yung kailangan ko. At yung hinihingi ko lang talaga sa Kanya is clear mind na magawa ko yung best ko. Yun lang naman po talaga yung lagi kong dinadasal every match na meron ako. Magkaroon ako ng clear mind. So, yun naman po, binigay naman niya yun. So, masaya po ako.
Kyla, ikaw, bagamat hindi ka umabot sa gold medal game, still bronze medal ang nakuha mo at ang karangalang ibinigay mo sa ating bansa. You have been on the top as in the World Championships, of course. Kyla, gaano kahirap naman ang iyong naging ang paglalakbay patungo sa bronze medal?
Siyempre, yung bronze medal, mahirap din siyang kunin. Nandun yung kakatalo lang, tapos kailangan mong bumawi para makuha yung medal. So, ayun, yung tumulong sa akin sila, Annie and Maggie din dun sa warm-up area. Sila yung nag-warm up sa akin, tsaka sila din yung nag-pray before nung match ko for the bronze medal.
I wanna ask about that kasi mukhang itong jiu-jitsu community is very close. Parang kayo-kayo mismo talaga. Even during the pandemic, I've heard about these stories na kayo-kayo nagkakatulungan. How close is this community, Kyla?
For me, kahit na iba-iba kasi kami ng pinagtitrainingan, iba-iba kaming gym. But when it comes to training na every Sunday, nagtutulungan kami, and during competitions, of course, na kahit anong kailangan, kung kailangan ng masahe, kailangan mo ng warm-up, kailangan mo ng ganito, andyan sila lahat para tumulong. So, lahat naman goal namin is maiangat yung isa't isa.
What has been the key to success here, ladies? Let me begin with Maggie. What has been the key para sa inyo, sa tingin mo, dito sa Asian Games? Bakit naging very, very successful ang jiu-jitsu, ang sport ng jiu-jitsu over all the NSAs? 2 gold medals, 1 bronze medal, the most successful NSA and sport in the Asian Games. Maggie, what has been the key so far?
Sa totoo lang po, I believe na bawat isa po kasi iba yung naging key. Iba-iba po yung motivation ng bawat isa. Pero I think as a whole, ang naging key po kasi 2018 we had a very disappointing turnout. And then I think from there po, parang nag-promise kami na this will never happen again. And then we will move forward from here. We will get better from here. And then everybody did their homework. Everyone did what they had to do. From 2018 going towards 2023, talagang ginawa po namin ang lahat. Nandyan yung nag-build ng experience sa mga ibang competitions. We went through several training camps. So everyone really did what they had to do. And ayun po, dito nakamit natin yung mga medalya na nararapat na makamit.
I know, of course, na si Maggie, you have competed in, sabi mo nga, yung iba't ibang mga competitions, no? Annie, ganun ka rin. And of course, also Kyla, gaano kahalaga yon, Annie, for you? Yung exposure mo in your, in the sport itself, all over the world, and of course, yung training na nakuha mo in your training camps.
Siyempre po mahalaga po. Napakahalaga po sa isang contact sport yung training and exposure po kasi doon po namin binibuild up yung mga next na pwede namin i-improve ba kung sakaling matalo-manalo man po yan, may natututunan po kami doon eh. So yun po yung dinadala namin for the future competition, which is nga po ito yung nangyari ngayon. So very crucial po sa part namin yung malalakas na training partner. So, aside po sa local trainings, nagde-decided kami mag-training abroad. So, ayun po. Very, po talaga. I think, malaki po siyang, bagay na magawa po namin yung mga yon prior to big competition po.
Kayo ba, Kyla, meron din kayo, kasi sa boxing meron tinatawag na sparring partner eh. Kayo ba may ganun din? And nakakakuha ba kayo ng sparring partners sa labas na hindi Pilipino? Yung ba importante rin sa inyo, Kyla?
Yes po, yung jiu-jitsu po is hindi po siya parang kaya na sarili mo lang. Kailangan niyo po talaga ng sparring partner naka-training na iba-ibang size, mas maganda. So yun nga po yung international exposure, yung mga training, tsaka training international and local. Yun po yung nakakatulong talaga po sa amin.
Oo. Well, but of course, merong hirap, meron din namang sarap, meron ding saya sa inyong naging paglalakbay patungo sa tuktok ng Asian Games. And what was the most fun part of the journey for you, Maggie?
Sa totoo lang po, yung buong journey is fun kasi mahal po namin yung sport na to. Just the fact of being able to train with the best in the world sa training camps po namin. Although mahirap siya physically, even mentally and emotionally, hindi po nawawala yung joy eh. It's always a joyful experience to be able to do the training camps. And then even the actual competition itself, may kaba, minsan may anxiety pa yan. Pero kahit pa paano po, may halo po talagang joy eh. Parang I always look forward to competitions kasi parang dito po talagang nagsisink in na napakalaking privilege nitong meron po kami.
You know, sabi ko nga, very successful ang jiu-jitsu in the Asian Games. Annie, are you sending a message na dapat bigyan ng mas malaking attention pa ang mga sports katulad ng jiu-jitsu, a lot of combat sports na siguro hindi nyo nakukuha kung ihahambing sa mga more popular and commercially oriented sports. Are you sending a message to not only the I guess sports officials but to the private sector, Ani?
Opo. Opo, kasi syempre, I guess, dun po sa resulta namin sa Asian Games, I guess, sana po maging eye-opener po yun sa ating lahat, not just the government or then the private sector din po na tumutulong at sumusuporta po sa mga sport po natin na sana po bigyan din po nila ng pansin yung sport na like the contact sport, jiu-jitsu, especially po. Kasi very high-reach medal po tayo dyan.
Tama.
Kasi po weight category po yun. So hindi po siya nagbe-base sa height, sa weight ng isang individual. Then, yun nga po, I guess Filipino mas magaling, magaling po talaga tayo sa contact sport, even the other contact sport like boxing, di ba po? So, ayun po, sana po maging siya. Yung naging resulta po namin sa Asian Games is mas makatulong po na mas mabigyan po kami ng pansin ng mga ating taga-suporta, mga sumusuporta po sa sport. Kasi yun nga po, napakalaking bagay po. Wala man po kami sa Olympics pero yung mga ibang competition po na existing para po sa Jiu-Jitsu is na bibigay naman po namin yung gandang result.
Kayla, ano pang kulang? In other words, ano ba bang kailangan ng Jiu-Jitsu sa tingin mo? Now that you have sent this message, hoy, pansinin nyo kami ha. Kami, kaya namin mag-medal sa Asian Games na akala nyo hindi namin magagawa. Ano pa ang kailangan ng Jiu-Jitsu para lalo pang, I guess, lumakas ang programa dito sa bansa?
Well, I guess po yung continuous support para sa mga international competitions and local competitions. And yung training camps po talaga yung sobrang game-changing for me. Kasi ngayon po nagkakaroon na po ng support sa amin. First time ko lang po makapag-exposure sa international training. So yun po talaga yung nung since 2018 nung wala akong medal, then now parang nag-i-improve na yung game ko because of the exposure. So yun po yung support po talaga ng government yung kailangan.
Maggie, you are one of the most experienced, of course. Magsinasabing gano'n yung exposure. Kasi konti lang naman ang kailangan yung infrastructure. Mat lang naman yan, di ba? I mean, a good gym with nice mats, of course. But it is really the exposure siguro, yung laban, yung competition. Yun ang mahal Kasi you have to stay in places, you have to be relocated, di ba? You have to stay there and yun ba ang talagang sa tingin mo importante for this sport to further grow and also for search of talent? Ano pang kailangan ninyo, Maggie?
Actually, sa totoo lang po, marami pa pong kulang. I think, number one, kailangan pong mag-work together ng private sector. Alam ko po kasi hindi ganun ka-popular pa yung sport of jiu-jitsu. So, hindi kami nakakuha masyado ng private sponsors kasi kulang pa po yung exposure na nakukuha namin. So, of course, nandun yung support ng media. Nagpapasalamat kami sa mga nag-feature sa amin. Kasi syempre, para po dun sa mga private sponsors, ang important po kasi sa kanila is kilala yung sport, kilala yung mga isa-sponsor nila. So ngayon po, syempre kailangan mag-work together ng media, ng private sector para lalo pong dumami yung pondo na papasok dito sa sport. Kasi alam naman po natin na yung gobyerno po, limitado lang din po. Kasi po, syempre limited lang din yung funds ng Philippine Sports Commission dahil napakarami nilang sports na sinusponsoran. So, sana po, kahit yung private sector, makita po nila na maganda mag-invest dito sa sport ng jiu-jitsu. Kasi nga po, sa ngayon po, hindi pa po siya ganun kakilala, pero sana po lalo po siyang makilala dahil dito. And then lalong dumami yung mga bata na magpa-practice ng sport. And then eventually po, parang maging na po siya, parang yung Pilipinas sana makilala siya bilang isang bansa po na talagang talamak po yung jiu-jitsu. And ayun, sigurado po talaga ako na pag lalong makilala yung sport na ito, lalo pa pong dadami yung mga medalya na makukuha natin dito.
Oo, definitely. Nakikita ko nga sa likod mo yung mga nagtitraining, mga kabataan. Talagang...
Yes po, nasa kids class po ako ngayon, nag-step out lang po ako para po dito sa interview.
Sana nga tuloy-tuloy ang pagdami pa ng mga lalaban para sa Jiu-Jitsu. Alright, let me just end this interview. More summits to conquer, obviously, for the three of you. What's next para sa iyo, Kyla? Anong susunod na pinaghahandaan mo?
Yung ngayon po pinaghahandaan ko po is yung latest na sa October 22 po yung World Combat Games. So nag-qualify po ako doon. So hopefully better turn out than Asian Games.
Nako, talagang pagdadasal natin yan. World Combat Games. Yan nakaganyan na ako para manalo tayo. Annie, ikaw, what's next? What's the next mountain to conquer para sa iyo?
Yung next po namin is IMAG na po next year.
IMAG na,
So,
okay.
Apa.
Oo. And Meggie?
Ako po may competition pa po ako sa November, yung World Pro po. And may mga estudyante din po kami na lalaban. So, doon po hindi lang po ako magiging athlete, pati coach po.
Alright. Alam ko na may konti kayong insentibo na manggagaling sa PSC and of course sa ating pamahalaan. Paano naman kami? Biro lang. Anong plano sa incentive, Annie? Ano ba mga paggagamitan mo ng insentibo mo?
My guess po, kailangan po mas maging matalino po ako sa paggamit ng incentives po. So, yun po yung kailangan kong aralin.
Negosyo ba? Negosyo?
Gusto ko po sana, kaso lang baka po mahirapan akong pagsabay yung business and pagiging athlete po. In the same time, nagtuturo din po ako. So, pag-aaralan ko po munang maigi para po hindi rin naman po masayang yung incentives na makukuha ko po.
Kyla, ikaw, what about you? Anong plano mo sa incentives mo?
Po kasi nababalitaan po.
Meron yan. Parang kalahating milyon yata yun sa'yo pag bronze medal. Parang ganun yata
So yun po, yung laging plan ko naman po sa incentive is mapunta sa training. So sa mga international training. So yun talaga yung gusto ko So passion ko yun. So hindi naman siya masasayang, mapupunta naman din siya sa skill. So yun.
And Meggie?
Ako po, number 1 is bayad po ng utang. Yun po, kasi nagpagawa po kami ng bahay.
Nice.
So, may mga kailangan pa po akong bayaran. And then, of course, meron na rin pong nakalaan para sa mga donasyon na ibibigay. And then also, yung katulad ng kay Annie, for investment din po para po sa kinabukasan.
Alam mo, saludo ako sa inyong tatlo. Meggie, you know this. Saludo ako sa iyo for all your advocacies. Being a platform for women and for the sport. You are a terrific ambassador kayong tatlo. Pagpatuloy niyo sana ang inyong ginagawa at more luck sa mga competitions sa sasalihan niyo. Go Jiu-Jitsu at sana lalo pa lumago ang sport ninyo. Maraming salamat for joining us today. Congratulations.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Mga kaibigan, ng mga reyna ng Asian Games sa Jiu-Jitsu, Meggie Ochoa, Annie Ramirez, and Kyla Napolis. Nako, pagmamalaki po natin yan. Kahit saan tayo pumunta, talaga pong world-class athletes and world-class people. Yan ang mas mahalaga. And of course, pinag-usapan natin si Justin Brownlee kanina. That's how we end the show. Let's be good people. More than anything, more than athletes. At the end of the day, let's be good people. And in the meantime, gusto ko pong i-announce lahat ng ating mga nanalo o napanalunan. Yung mga nanalo po ng ating mga palaro dito. Unang-una po yung sa ating Joyride top-up promo. Ang mga nanalo ngayong araw pong ito, Karen Nalin Honra, Judith Benaventura, Vilma de los Santos, Jonathan Colobong at si Jezzy Marie Lee. Nalo kayo ng 1,000 pesos e-wallet credits mula sa Joyride Super App. Yung nanalo naman ng ating pong limited edition Joyride Aqua Flask last week. Pakita natin nga, Santi, ito. Ang nanalo po ay si Denden Miram. Yan kanilang creative picture. Siya po yung pasahero, Denden Miram. At yung rider ay si Adrian Velasco, our driver partner. Both of you will win Joyride Aqua Flask ngayong last week po. And finally, yung pong ating M2T drink na Pulso ng Bayan. Well, ang ating pong napili ay si Gilbert Nas Montejo. Ito sinabi niya, kung totoo man ang result na yun na may substance ng cannabis, pwedeng nakuha niya sa pag-inom ng gamot sa injury niya. Legal naman sa Amerika ito or propaganda ito ng China dahil hindi pa rin sila makamove on sa pagkatalo nila sa ating panalo is panalo. Kaya naniniwala ako na wala itong epekto sa pagka-gold natin sa basketball. Bawi silang sila marami pa naman Asian Games Tournament. Congratulations kay Gilbert Nas Monteo. And the second winner is Art Castro. Ito naman ang sabi niya, nakakagulat po pero wag natin siyang husgahan agad kasi may second test pa po. Paglagay ko po, may kinalaman po dito yung operation niya before the Asian Games. Congratulations also kay Art. Again, wala pong nanghuhusga. At the end of the day, as I said, let's just all be good people. Ang importante po, hindi po yung medalya. Ang importante po kung anong gagawin natin pagkatapos na tayo po ay manalo. Yan po ang mahalaga. Alright mga kapatid, that'll do it for us this Saturday. Marami po salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Lagi at sana makita-kita tayo next week. Dito po sa Power and Play tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit. At sa lahat po ng ating gawain, Ad Maiorem Dei Gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH, teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inyong paboritong inay ko po. Happy Sports Weekend mga kapatid! More power, more play.
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulot, sumbe, sibay, lakay, paniga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa. Sa kapwa ko Pilipino.